Time has come for the change. Stop the madness, ourselves we say. Let's step up to the plate. Be brave. Let's go toe to toe with Joe. The ballot box is your stage. Take this chance, let us rearrange. Yeah. Stop this unbelievable outrage. Time to get us all back on the track. Let's go toe to toe with Joe. So let's do this right. Come on, USA. Let's do this together. Come on, let's all stay tight. Been blessed with one more chance from hindsight. So let's get this right. We all know we'll get it right with Joe. This is our year, 2020. And even though we'll have fears, Joe's the right choice for us. Right for us, yeah. Right for us, yeah. Let's get it right with, let's get it right. Let's get it right with Joe. Cast your vote as you please, but please rewind what you've seen. Don't be bothered by the gleam. Wake yourself from this bad dream, 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 dream. Be a part of the solution. Joe will bring it to fruition. Family, don't you sleep on this one, no. You should be vote for our guy Joe. He's qualified, and we all know he's the right one for the job. Why should we vote for our guy Joe? He works 24/7. He's always on the grind. Joe knows about the triumph, and he knows about the tragedy. Lost his son, the war hero. Wife and daughter in an accident.
Wow, that was quite an opening. Hey, how you guys doing out there today? This is Tony B, and this is the Tony B radio show at gmail.com. I'm Tony B, and you're the Tony Beers. And I want to say welcome, 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 welcome. A lot of energy today. We're going to have a great show lined up for you. I don't know if you know it, but this month is actually Olga Salachi sings Tony B. And so the first song, that opening that you just heard, that was Olga Salachi singing Tony B's Going Toe to Toe for Joe. And let's get it right. Thank you so much for all the support I've been getting from you Tony Beers out there. You've been uplifting me, making things easier for me. And I want to thank also my sponsor partners. Those are the people who contribute to the Tony B radio show at gmail.com and help us keep on the air and keep us successful, etc. And so if you want to be a Tony Beer supporting the Tony B radio show, you simply can send your contributions into P.O. Box 517, Greenwich, Connecticut 06836. I'll say it once again and slower. Send your contributions to support the Tony B radio show at 517 P.O. Box, and that's Greenwich, Connecticut 06836. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to come back and talk about the theme of the week. Okay, we're back. People said to me, and I heard all your comments, some people want me to talk longer about the segments. They're interested in what I'm saying, and they'd like to get more meaty and into depth. So I'm going to, quote, be taking less breaks, and we're going to go just right into it. And so the theme of the week this week is Dream Big. I'll say it again. Tony Beers and your new listening audience members, I want you to dream big. I know we're doing, the pandemic and there's the surge or the second wave, etc. But I mean, we have survived this long, and hopefully we're doing our social distancing. We're washing our hands. We're wearing our mask. We're trying to be fully aware of all the guidance, for the Center from Disease Control, etc. We're acknowledging the first responders. But I want you to dream big. I want you to break out of your imagination and think of large and expansive things. What if you truly got your wish to do the type of job that you really wanted to do, or the type of business that you wanted to do? But I don't want you to think small. I want you to think big. And so that is the theme of this week. And I think you know what that means, but let's just do a quick example. Why are you settling for the job you have if it's not the job you want? Why are you doing that labor when you could be doing something else? And if you're creative, and most of you are because you're Tony Beers, you have the ability to create something new that's never been done before. So that's why we're saying for you to dream big. Get out there, get in the marketplace, put your ideas out there and make something happen, but not small. Affect lives, affect change, help people grow, help people in the neighborhood, because a prerequisite for being Tony Beer, we'll just go over this quick criteria, is first of all, you have to be really positive. You have to believe that, your energy when you come into the room, it actually changes for the positive. You also have to be implementing your own personal goals. You should be doing the things that you want to do personally in this life. And you should have, of course, a spiritual base. That's very important, spiritual base and spiritual growth, etc. And then number one priority of all of it is that you must be of service to others. And so I think that's very, very important. So dream big, theme of the week. I explained it. I spent time with it. I'm hoping all of that you have written in, saying you wanted more in depth, that satisfies that. And we'll be referring back to that. Not going to take a break because, as I said, a lot of people are saying, don't necessarily take a break. But what we're going to do is we're going to play a song. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we want to hear a little bit of Olga Salachi singing Beware, written by Tony B. And it's the song basically of anguish and stress and negative feelings when something really is not going well in relationships to people, etc. And it's simply saying beware. So with all the civil unrest, here is Olga Salachi singing Tony B, celebrating the Olga Salachi Sings Tony B month. Beware.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Moving forward. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Gotta notice that escalating aggressive behavior. Gotta know when to stop. When the end came smashing down on you, no idea would turn your complexion. No idea would turn it black and blue. And while you sit with your face to the wall, with the air from the sickness in the heart, making you feel small, real small, yeah. Beware the stare, beware the deceptive glare. Don't ignore your fears, no. Beware, beware. It's the beginning of love, yeah. It's the beginning of love's nightmare. Love's nightmare. Love's nightmare, yeah. Telling you look for the signs to keep it on top of your mind, and only a matter of time before the character's fully defined, and the one you love will quickly switch from lover to Frankenstein. Sweet words right before you sleep, but in the daytime, all I can say to you is beware the gleam in the eyes, the hammer before the prize, the perfect backhand slap that makes you hold your breath. Beware the man need to look for the signs. Keep the safety at your top. Don't look back once you run. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, run far.
Okay, that was Olga Salachi singing Tony B, Beware. And just a quick story. We decided that we wanted to, talk about sort of domestic civil unrest and domestic violence. And so Olga Salachi came to me. We went and had lunch. He told me of the concept. I took a piece of napkin and a red pen, and the first things that came to my mind was, beware. Beware of the deceptive glare. Don't ignore your fears. Beware, beware. It's the beginning of love's nightmare. And so that's Olga Salachi singing Tony B, Beware. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. We're still staying with our theme, which is Dream Big. I think that's very important because I think we're getting a little bogged down in Coronaville, civil unrest, record unemployment, et cetera, et cetera. And I just want to make sure that we're healthy and we're balanced. And so the show is very positive and uplifting. But however, if you should find yourself in a domestic situation where you need some help and you want to talk to somebody, we're promoting the Greenwich YWCA, which is the women's versions of the YMCA, and they have a hotline. And so it's very important that you take this number down if you want to call. And you could call from anywhere, even if you're not in Greenwich. They could refer you to your local state authorities, et cetera, or people to assist. But that's area code 203-622-0007. I'll say it again, area code 203-622-0007. Use it if you're in a situation where you need to talk to someone about the dynamics in the home that's not necessarily going well. Anyway, just to pick up the pace a little bit, Jay dropped by the studio, and I thought what we would do is sort of hear what she had for the summer, and immediately after she talks, we'll play a little bit of her song, which is No, Don't Go. Here's Jay dropping by the studio to say hello to everyone.
Hi, everyone. Jay here. I just wanted to stop by and say hello and see what everyone's doing this weekend. I'm super excited to have some time to celebrate with family and friends while safely socially distancing. I'm likely actually going to celebrate by watching Hamilton. The movie with the original Broadway cast is going to be streaming on Disney Plus. So I'm super excited about that. I also hope to spend some time writing and working on my latest project. And I really hope to have some new music coming out shortly. But in the meantime, I hope everyone's enjoying my first song, No, Don't Go. And I hope to have something new and exciting coming out very shortly. But till then, take care and hope to talk soon. Bye, everyone.
Don't move, I can't find myself. Pieces of personality strewn across the floor. If you leave, there is nothing left. But you've opened the door. We traded names, you call me crazy. I say I hate you, but can you blame me? No, 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 no. Don't go. No.
Well, there's Jay. She stopped by the studio to say hello to everyone and hoping you're having a super safe, social distancing, mask wearing, washing hands, safe summer. And that's her song, No, Don't Go. All right, what I thought I'd do is sort of do some of our quick topics, quick segments. So we will swing right into Pet Talk. All right, so here we are with Pet Talk. I'm not going to belabor the point. I simply talked last show about the fact that I had this zoo in my front yard. And so the whole idea that there was the squirrel was out there, and then necessarily without any fanfare, the squirrel leaves and the chipmunk comes, and it's a baby chipmunk. And then the chipmunk was running because the cat was chasing it. And all of this, the blue jay and the red cardinal were sort of sitting on the fence watching it all. And they flew away and were like chatting or making a chatter. And then we look over there, or I look over there, and underneath the table watching all of this is the rabbit. And so someone actually wrote into the Tony B radio show last week and saying, hey, why don't you do a children's book? And I was like, okay. And there was a little dialogue back and forth. And it was like, yeah, you could call it. And so I came up with the idea of, Tony B's Front Yard Zoo. And so we're going to have those characters, which are, the squirrel, the blue jay, the red cardinal. We're going to have the chipmunk. We're going to have the rabbit. And, of course, amongst all of it and creating chaos is the cat. And so here's a shout out to Prelly Williams, who's the artist that can take any photo and turn it from a photo into a beautiful oil painting, said, hey, I volunteered to, illustrate the animals. So Prelly, thank you very much, but you can reach him at Williams with an S on the end, Prelly, Prelli, 32 at gmail.com. So Prelly decided to volunteer and to contribute the illustrations of all the animals. So he sent me the chipmunk, he sent me the blue jay, the red cardinal, he sent me the cat, which he had colored red. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. We might actually go with that. And then, so the rabbit and all. And so I don't know if you have any ideas and you want to throw some ideas out there, but my concept is that I will do this children's book and try to get it ready for maybe not this September, but, coming soon, for the young people. And then I thought I'd throw in there the concept of PPE, right? Your personal protective equipment. And so that the characters in the front yard will be teaching social distancing to young people. And so that's the concept. If you like it, write in. But I mean, out of nowhere, this sort of was going on in my yard. And then because Tony Beers is so active and they write me in and etc., we now have a concept. So that's where we are with Pet Talk. I'm going to simply say for tri-state dwellings, I just want you to keep in mind that mortgage rates are low and that you should simply, get in there if that's where you are into looking and purchasing. And even if you're not purchasing now, but you want to do post-corona, you could at least be watching the rates, etc. I'm going to now swing into Sports Arena, which is Tony B Sports Arena, sponsored by Bolt 30. And, we've been doing our series on the Michaels. And so we did Michael Phelps, and then we did Michael Jordan, and then we did Mike Tyson, and then we did Michael Johnson, which is the sprinter. And so there's still more famous athletes who are Michaels. And so today we're going to talk about Michael Anthony Strahan. Is an American former professional football player who was a defensive end and spent his entire 15-year career with the New York Giants of the National Football League. Everyone knows Michael Strahan because he's on television as he swung into his new career. But Michael Strahan was born November 21st, 1971, which makes him 48 years, and he was born in Houston, Texas. He stands 6'5", and he's had 141.5 sacks Isn't that interesting? And so just an American shout out to Michael Strahan for all the great work he's done and for being a terrific athlete. This is being sponsored by Boat 30. You simply go to boat30.com and get all the information there. But just the last fact on Michael Strahan is, the former NFL player has also been hosting the $100,000 Pyramid Game Show. Strahan's salary, which includes his television shows such as Good Morning America and all his endorsements, is each year he rakes in $17 million. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, we're cooking with the hot sauce. I'm enjoying it. How are you? Hey, Tony Beers, how you all doing out there? We're swinging down to the bottom of the show, but, I just wanted to make sure we're all doing well and that we're, staying where we're supposed to be and trying to get the best out of our lives. I thought we'd have the scripture of the week, and that's simply Proverbs 27, and it's verse 1 and 2. Proverbs 27 says, "Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth." So don't be boasting about tomorrow because you don't know what tomorrow will bring. And 2 says, "Let another man praise thee." Don't go around tooting your own horn and, praising yourself, but let another man praise thee, and not thy own mouth, coming from let a stranger, it says, and not their own lips. So let it come from a stranger, any praise that you get, and not from your own lips. And so that's our scripture for the week. And so I want to introduce a new concept, which is a new segment. And this is called Tony B's Blue Bench. Say that again. Tony B's Blue Bench. What is the Blue Bench? The Blue Bench is, everyone can picture it here. We have a blue bench. It's a bench, like a bench that sits in a park, right? And we're going to bring you, which represents your household, to the Blue Bench, okay? And at the Blue Bench, we're going to take on a topic. So the Blue Bench topic of today is, should U.S. schools return the students, should they return to school in the fall? And I guess we'll just, to crystallize it, we'll just sort of look at the public school system and maybe the charter school systems, but in general, grade school. We're not going to get into colleges and et cetera today, but you're being brought to Tony B's Blue Bench. You're sitting there, your whole household. So you represent your household. And when you come to the Blue Bench, you've already discussed this, and you simply bring what the consensus of your household is. So it's sort of like interactive, that you've got to talk to people in your household and see. But the topic today is, should in September of this year, should young kids, grade school age, be going back to school? And so some of the things we need to consider as we sit on the Blue Bench is it safe? I mean, come on, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. And if we're talking about going back to school this September, that's like 6 weeks away. So in 6 weeks, are we going to have all the, social distancing things in place? Are kids going to have masks? I mean, how are they going to do this? Are they going to be coming to school on different days, et cetera? So I don't know. That's what the pondering is. And so in summary, for where we are at the topic of the Tony B Blue Bench, I'm simply going to say that the answer is no. The kids should not be going back to school in September because they have not fully thought out the plan. And so we're going to take a quick break, but I want you to think about going to the Blue Bench and how exciting it is going to be to bring your topics to the Blue Bench, and then we'll come up with a consensus. We're going to go right into our exercise song right now. It's going to be Mike. We're getting it right with Mike. Come on, get that exercise going. Here we go. Let's get it right with Mike.
Time has come for the change. Let's stop the madness ourselves, we say. Let's step up to the plate. Be brave. Let's get it right with Mike. The ballot box is your stage. Take this chance, let us rearrange. Yeah. Stop this unbelievable outrage. Time to get us all back on the track. Let's get it right with Mike. So let's do this right. Come on, USA. Let's do this together. Come on, let's all stay tight. Been blessed with one more chance from hindsight. So let's get this right. Oh, let's get it right with Mike.
Okay, I'm hoping that you moved a little bit. You know, you kicked your legs around, you moved your arms around. But that's Olga Salachi. We're celebrating Olga Salachi this month, singing Tony B's Let's Get It Right with Mike. All right, I want to do some shout outs. So I want to shout out to Jim LaFave at the Innovative CPA Group. I want to say a shout out going out to Herb E. Nass for all his efforts with the lifestyles and the wills of the rich and famous. Anyway, we're wrapping up. I mean, we're cooking with the hot sauce. I wanted to give a shout out to Dr. Jesse Ireland. We're not going to play his promo this time, but we're going to play, he has a promo, and for your book. I also want to shout out to Douglas Holloway for his Thelonious Monk project. So if you need to see a documentary on jazz, go to Thelonious Monk and look up the Palo Alto project. I want to say some great things about our superfood, which is going to be prune juice. Yes. So prune juice is excellent. I want to talk briefly about balance of nature, their whole idea, their fruits and vegetables, and then the relief factor if you're having stress and you're having muscle. Take care. We're going to end off with a quick song. Talk to you soon.